and it's just how I like to live. That's the opposite of how Spanish people live. It's just, why? It's not good for you. But when I moved to Spain, I realized I knew nothing. You just have to experience it to understand it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Paulina. So it's my last 2 weeks in Spain, and last week I made a video about things that I am for sure gonna miss when I leave Spain. And this week I want to talk about things that I'm not gonna miss, and I'm actually happy that this will be changed now that I move to Germany. So if you want to know, continue watching this video. So the first point is actually heat and humidity, and funny enough, today it's actually one of the freshest days that has been in this August, and I'm wearing this warmish sweatshirt. But yeah, normally in August I get really frustrated, and I actually usually leave Spain in August and I go to Russia, where I'm from, and I just spend time there in August with my family. Then I come back here and it's already kind of becomes a little bit more fresh in September. But this year I actually stayed here and I came back from Russia in the beginning of August, and I kind of regretted it because the heat, oh my god, and the humidity, like why? I mean, I know why, because it's close to the coast and so on and so on, but like why? The constant feeling of humidity, I'm just tired of it. The constant feeling that your skin is wet. If you haven't experienced that for days and days and weeks, you don't know how it feels. But yeah, it's one of my most irritating things about Spain, I think. Well, maybe not. This list is pretty irritating, but this is one of the things in August, like I just can't deal with it. I just really want it to end. And I'm leaving to Germany on the 11th of September, which is when the weather is actually here gonna get better and get fresher. But you know, what can you do? The second point is probably something that maybe not many people will understand, or maybe yes, I don't know. But it's also related to the weather, and it's the fact that there is no season change in Spain, and it's something that I really miss when I live here, because again, I'm from Russia and I'm from the north of Russia, so we have a proper snowy winter, like cold snowy winter, which is also a bit frustrating when this happens for 7-8 months of the year. But actually it's getting better because of the global warming. Well, better, it's just getting warmer, but still I really miss the season change, and I love the season change because I feel like I'm also getting these different periods in my life. When summer you're like more active, and then in winter you actually feel like being inside and being cozy, and I like to study a lot and do creative things like paint and these kind of things that you can just do at home. And in Spain it's just always sunny, and honestly I just get frustrated sometimes when it's all the time sunny. And when it rains here, I'm like, oh my god, well, I'm just so happy when it rains here. But when it's sunny all the time and the temperature is kind of the same, apart from like 2 months in summer when it's really really hot, then the rest of the year is like more or less kind of the same temperature, and I'm not sure I like it. I really love the variety of the weather. And again, I said in the previous video, maybe when I move to Germany and there will be rainy day after rainy day, I'm gonna miss the sun and I'm gonna, regret what I said now. But for now, I feel like I will really appreciate some variety. Even if it means a week of rain and then, some sunny days after that, that's fine. Like, I really want that variety. And I'm also that person that I like to stay in. And when it's sunny all the time, I feel like almost like a pressure to go out and do stuff, and then I feel bad for staying at home. It's like, it's sunny, it feels like everyone is doing something outside, but I just want to chill at home and be cozy. But it's not cozy because it's like sunny outside. It's not cozy. I cannot put the candles, or it's not raining, so it's not really cozy. So this is really frustrating for me, and I kind of like the rain, but we will see how it goes in Germany, and maybe I will change my mind. But I guess I'm kind of unique in that sense, because who likes rain and who doesn't like the sun? Well, I don't know what to tell you. The third one is the one that's like really, really annoying. and it's the bureaucracy. I mean, if you ever dealt with anything governmental in Spain, you know what I'm talking about. And I feel like all countries kind of think that their bureaucracy is bad. When I was living in Russia, we would always make the kind of, like jokes about bureaucracy and how it's bad in Russia and stuff like that. But when I moved to Spain, I realized I knew nothing. I mean, the bureaucracy here, it's some next level. You just have to experience it to understand it. But it is actually like one of the worst. I mean, I lived in Russia, I lived in Finland, I lived already in Germany before. It's incomparable to Spanish bureaucracy. Like, it's just how it is. But it's not something that I can describe to you. You have to experience it. Especially as an expat. I mean, on top of already ridiculous bureaucracy, when you're an expat and you don't know the language that well, and you have to also deal with all sorts of paperwork like visa and residence permit, that's like a next level stuff. That's the price that we have to pay for enjoying the sun and the beach and the seafood. The next point that I put, it's not something really big or horrible, but it's something that came to my mind. And at least in the area where I'm living, in Catalonia and the coastal area here, I feel like the flats here, they're just a little bit more ugly than it could be in other countries, like in the Nordic countries or Germany. And I'm not talking about, like, I don't need anything crazy and I don't need the apartment to be crazy renovated. All I need is white walls and just some really neutral, cupboards in the kitchen. Like, that's all I'm asking. Just white and neutral. But how many flats when you have to search rental, and it's not in the big city like Barcelona, because in Barcelona, well, I don't know, maybe in Barcelona as well, but when it's a big city you have more options. But in smaller cities, I mean, the flats are just kind of ugly. Like bright green bathroom, blue cupboards on the kitchen or something like that, like really crazy stuff that's just like very, very specific, It's a very common thing, apparently. Yeah, I always felt like it's kind of hard here to find a flat that's just like neutral, that's like just white and, basic, so that you can actually make it pretty yourself. But very often it actually has something that you cannot fix, so yeah. Actually, let me know in the comments if you know what I mean. Or am I the only one that feels this way? And the last point is actually something I touched in my previous video when I was talking about things that I am gonna miss. And it's the pressure of always having to go out and be like really active and kind of, I don't know how else to say it, other than like the pressure of going out. And I understand that maybe this pressure, it's internal, right? Because I mean, who puts the pressure? Like, nobody is actually pressing me that I have to go out, but it's the pressure that I'm getting from seeing everyone always going out and stuff like that. And honestly, that's just not my favorite thing to do, to spend my time. I don't really like to go out every Friday, every Saturday and drink and stuff like that. There are other things that I enjoy to do much more, and I'm a morning person as well. Oh my god, that's another thing that I'm not gonna miss. Oh my god, I just had a really good additional point that came up to my mind. Yeah, I'm just a morning person, so I love going to the nature and doing active things during the day and then chilling at home in the evening. And Spain is a very relaxing and very chill country, and people go out a lot, you eat out a lot, you go take beers, like it's just what you do. It's just literally what people do here to spend their free time, like all the time. And as I said in the previous video, it's good sometimes to feel this kind of relaxing vibe and not be too strict with yourself. But sometimes for me, I feel a bit of a pressure when I don't want to go out, but I feel like everyone around, it's Saturday night and everyone around is, going out, drinking, and I'm not doing it, and I just feel weird about it. And so another point that literally just came to my mind is the fact that, again, I'm a morning person and I'm not gonna miss the late dinners. I mean, why make a dinner at 9 p.m.? Like, how can you have dinner at 9 p.m.? I'm sorry, like, after so many years of living here, I haven't gotten used to having dinner at 9 p.m. Okay, maybe I got used to it, but I still didn't like it, to the point that just a few days ago I went to a restaurant which we booked at 9 p.m. and I'm like, why? Even if it's Friday, even if it's Saturday, dinner at 9 p.m. is just not something that I like to do. I mean, I'm not talking about like, I don't need it to be at 6. I'm fine with a dinner at 7ish, 8, but 9 or later is just why? It's not good for you to eat so late and then you wake up in the morning and you're still full. Like, why? Yeah, I don't like it. And I'm always the weird one who wants to eat earlier, you know, or who doesn't want to go out like late at night, who wants to go to sleep like at 10 or 11. I just like mornings, and to be fine in the morning you have to go to sleep early, and it's just how I like to live. So yeah, that's the opposite of how Spanish people live, so that's not something I'm gonna miss. Anyways guys, I hope this was interesting. It was actually fun for me to make this kind of videos, which I don't really typically do videos about living in Spain and like the traditions here or anything like that, but since I'm leaving, I guess it's nice to think about this stuff and just reflect, and yeah, it was fun. I hope it was interesting for you as well. If you're curious about my move to Germany and you want to follow how I'm going to, you know, build my new life in Germany, subscribe to my channel and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.